So go ahead and let us know what Reimbursify exactly does, who is your market, and how the product works.
Sure, thanks. So while I was running this practice, as we talked about, I was self-pay, so I was out of network. And I knew from the get-go that many practitioners actually don't realize that cash practices are reimbursable services for patients. So that's something I want to put out there. If someone's coming in for a valid diagnosis code and getting treatment by a licensed healthcare professional, that's a reimbursable healthcare service, whether someone's in or out of network. And so I was running this practice, giving patients super bills, and initially I was doing what everyone I knew in my case was doing, just saying, figure out how to file this claim, call your insurance company or log into their portal. And I realized pretty quickly that wasn't good enough, because patients were having difficulties, first of all, figuring out how to file the claims. Some were having difficulties in following up and making sure that the claims went through. There seemed to be an inordinately high number of problems that arise from claims. Our anecdotal evidence was when a patient fills out a form and mails it in, there was almost a 20% failure rate. So either the claim got mishandled, never got there, or was deemed to be filled out incorrectly. And sometimes they didn't even notify the sender. They might notify the doctor, or they might not notify anybody. And so it just bugged me that here I'm trying to deliver a good patient experience, and this one piece of it was out of my control. And so one fateful day, a gentleman came in who was seeing me, and came in with a stack of receipts from my office and a claim form, and was basically pleading for help in how to figure out the claims process. So I decided at that point to help him. He's my customer, basically my patient. And another piece of this is I previously to my practice, I'd had many experiences in network with a lot of friction in dealing with insurance companies. And so my philosophy was, if this is a valid healthcare service that's reimbursable, the money should not go unclaimed, because a lot of people just don't bother to file, or they give up on filing. And I didn't feel that was right, because that money's owed to them because it's a covered service. I don't know many people who would, someone would scratch the bumper of their car or the side of their car, and they'd say, well, I'll just let it slide. I'll pay for it myself, or I might not fix it, right? One of the reasons we have health insurance is for covered services. So I went on a mission to figure out how can I streamline the claim filing for my patients based on this, a few patients' examples. So I found some desktop software. This was probably around a few years ago, right when the smartphone was becoming more widespread. And so I started printing and mailing claim forms from my office. And I had a part-time assistant that would help do that. So I asked every patient, would you like us to fill out your claims for you? Naively. And then suddenly everybody said yes. So I realized it's a much bigger pain point than just the few patients who had complained to me. And then the other interesting thing that happened, because I took pride in that, right? Like, I'm offering an extra service, it differentiates me in the marketplace. So I put that on our website, because most websites would say, we'll give you the paperwork to deal with your own claims. At the time, my website then said, we'll do the claims for you. And I actually got business because of that. I got more business because of that, which was surprising to me, because I thought people would just find the right doctor based on, my background and my experience, not some small administrative task that we're going to take over for them. But it showed me what a burden this is, and how much hassle people are really put through to get these claims properly processed. And so once that happened, and we sort of became we had almost like a claim filing division in my practice, right, between me and my assistant, and that brought its own challenges, but that's what got me to realize, wait a second, this just needs to be in the hands of the patient. This needs to be digitized. This needs to be simple, easy, effective, accurate. And there is a market for this. And that's basically where the idea for Reimbursify was born.